Child Support Recovery Unit is a division of the Department of Human Services in Iowa, and we help Iowa's families support their children.
We're kind of broken into 3 different services. First one is being establishment, and that's where we're establishing potentially paternity if it has not been established already. And we're also establishing child support and medical support. The second piece to that is modification, looking at whether or not child support orders need to be modified. The third piece of that is enforcement. We want to make sure that we are collecting the obligation amounts that are due to the family.
Once a case is open, a case manager will reach out to you and introduce themselves, and that case manager also will be in charge of monitoring all the processes through the case at whatever stage it's in, if it's to establish a new order or yet just to monitor for payments. That case manager will communicate with new employers, will communicate with the obligor who needs to make payments, communicate with you.
One of the ways we can help our customers at the Child Support Recovery Unit is communication. We're a neutral third party. It is important to us that our customers know they can trust us and know that their information is kept confidential.
Child support can be a complicated issue, and sometimes it can cause communication issues and issues between parents when they're no longer together in the same household. They both understand the importance of supporting their child, but sometimes there's some disagreements or different opinions on how best to do that. That's where having the service of the Child Support Recovery Unit really can help out. We become the neutral third party. Our focus is always going to be on helping both parents support their child. We also become the record keeper. Either parent at any time can come in or call us or access our website and find out what the child support balance owed is. Parents can let us know when they change employers so that we can get an income withholding order out promptly so a parent doesn't fall behind in their child support responsibility. We also can ease the communication between parents because the payee, the parent owed child support, doesn't need to call the payor, the person who pays the child support, asking where their child support is. They call their case manager, someone like me, and I check that out for them. We keep accurate records. We can prepare balance computations when there's a disagreement about what the balance might be. We can even look at established orders to see whether they need to be reviewed for possible modification if parents' incomes change or additional children need to be added to a child support order.
I guess I think one of the biggest advantages for a person to apply for services through the Child Support Recovery Unit would be to get the child support payments maybe set up on a consistent basis through that income withholding, or maybe a payor would be interested in setting up auto withdrawal if they're self-employed, or if a person has any concern over the amount that they're paying and maybe it should be adjusted, then they could apply and then request a modification of the support order. Some of the enforcement tools that we utilize here at Child Support Recovery Unit are income withholding to employers, state and federal tax intercept, bank account levies, license sanction, along with many others. We also provide proactive outreach to our payors to get in touch with them to see if they have any questions, concerns that we can go over with them to try and keep them on track with making their payments. That's also an opportunity for them at that time to maybe request a modification that would help them set the amount of support based on their current ability to pay.
One of the benefits of child support recovery is the fact that balances are tracked. You get credit for the payments that you've made, but also if you're employed and you call and tell us that you've changed an employer and we are actively participating in your case, we can send that new income withholding to your new employer directly and not have any delay in getting that done and not miss any payments so that you don't accumulate a past due balance.
Anyone can apply for our services, or if your child is on public assistance, then we can start a case for you. And we can establish paternity through the court system, and with that comes the option to have genetic testing done. We also can modify court orders if parties want to know if they're paying the right amount based on each party's income. That just needs an application from either party, and we can actually modify those orders. And we, again, look at parents' income and determine whether that support should go up, down, or stay the same. And then we go ahead and get an order modified through the courts.
And so if any time that people are unsure and they're not quite sure how to navigate those waters of child support, or maybe they're on the fence, that's going to be a great chance for them to come into one of our offices, talk to us. We're here to help them. We're here to help navigate that difficulty. So they may not have the ability to get online to look a lot of this information up. We can be that information. They can get that straight from one of our workers here that will help them navigate what the steps are, what the processes are, how we keep their information confidential.
I think that Child Support Recovery Unit has a great program going on. If I were to tell anyone that has any questions about it, I would say definitely call, get them answered. We can enforce a case from start to finish, from the time a child is born to the time a child turns 18 or graduates high school. We make sure that the families and the children receive the money and the support that they need to meet their day-to-day needs. Kids are expensive, we know this, books and clothing and food. That dollar amount may be insignificant in some cases, but every little dollar helps. And we just make sure that both parties involved are moving forward in a positive manner to make sure that their kids are taken care of.
We're here as a unit with the state agency to answer any questions and to be there for you with whatever you have, whether you are looking for services or you're unsure if you need services. We're here to answer all of those questions.
When I receive a call from a customer and they have some questions on their case or what's going on, one of the things I like to refer them to is the Iowa Child Support website. I can log in right as they do. And the website isn't for everybody. Some people don't like to get on computers, and that's okay because they still have us to call. But when they jump onto the website, I can walk them through how to find different forms, such as an application for services, how to request a review for child support. They can pull up their payment history and see what kind of payments has been made on the case. It has tons of information and it's right there at their fingertips. It's an easy website to use, and I love to be able to show people about it. Why apply for services? Why not? We are so customer service oriented here. You have a state full of people that can help you out. Pick up the phone, make a call, we're here to help you. That's why you should apply.